ever talk about vibes. Roli, the winner of the People's Choice 2012 and Best Reggae Artist of the Year 2015.
Hi, pleasant good morning, Tish. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good morning, Barbados. Love everybody too.
Always so good to hear from you.
Yes, thank you. Likewise. Always, I love hearing you, Tisha. Love 94.7 FM. Love what y'all are doing.
Oh, absolutely. If you've never heard of Roli before, let me tell you a bit about her. She's a humanitarian. She loves horses.
I do.
Care of them and uses them to help differently abled people and people in stressful situations to get a little better, feel a little better about themselves, right?
Yes, it's true. We love our horses. I'm at my sister's stables getting kisses.
That's right, with the horses. Now, Roli
Oh
is
my
a
God.
Swedish-born Barbadian. I don't know where the Swede comes in. I know you're all Barbadian to me.
Yes, it's true. My mom is Swedish, and she's actually a redhead. My father, which has passed away, 100% Bajan, but I am Bajan by birth of descent, and I'm very proud Bajan as well. I've been in Barbados from the time I was age 11.
Oh, that is beautiful. So now you know, Roli, she has some beautiful music that we have been blazing right here on 94.7 FM. I told her that my new favorite song from her is Floating.
Thank you. That one is actually doing really well overseas. People are loving it. I'm getting a great feedback. I feel everybody can really relate to that song, especially in these times that we're living in. We just have to be strong, right? And music helps.
All right, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I know that you represented Barbados in jumping and massage back in the day.
Yes.
So, you know, in addition to doing all of this wonderful therapy work that you do with special needs children, with the horses and rescuing so many animals and things like that, you know, do you still take time for you to relax and enjoy the horses and riding and stuff like that?
Yes, I do. I love horses. So obviously every day I spend a lot of my time around horses. We're expecting a new baby horse again. And horses, they love interacting with human beings. So it's important that you take time out every day. They're high maintenance animals and they can be very fragile, even though they're big and they look scary. If you don't maintain them and make sure they have regular clean water, and when I say regular, if it's a bucket, you're going to need to fill that up at least 4 times a day. It's better to have like a half a can. They should have grass available, I would say at least 80% of the day, during the day and night. So they are high maintenance, but I do love them.
I know you do, and I can definitely hear it in your voice. So amidst all of this, I'm trying to paint a picture of how big you are. You also do some farming, Roli.
Yes, I love planting vegetables as well and growing organic food. It is, honestly, right now it's a nightmare because it's a never-ending war with the monkeys, which has been going on now for like 10 years. We've not had a proper full crop. I used to have enough food that I can just give away to all my friends, and there are a few children homes in St. Peter, I used to donate fruits and bananas and stuff like that, and that's not happening right now because the monkeys are not even allowing, say, our golden apple tree. We used to get about 2,000 pounds off the golden apple trees because they're huge and the apples were massive, super delish. We don't even get a plastic bag because the monkeys are now virtually biting the food when it's green. And they're extremely destructive, and they're not scared of me. Obviously not, because I don't have that, you know, I want to kill you. I'm a vegetarian. Right. They know I love animals. They're like, whatever, Empress. And then like, I feel so short. I'm throwing rocks and it's not even reaching them. They're just sitting laughing.
So many people are talking about the monkeys. We definitely have to find, a way to get the monkeys controlled.
I think a good solution would be to entrap the monkeys and either neuter or spay them. You know, we don't want to hurt them, but we do want to cut down on their sex life. They're overdoing it and overpopulating an island, and there's no natural predator for the monkeys. So we're going to be in real trouble as farmers. It just feels like you're planting food for the monkeys, and it's not only a monetary investment, but every night your body is aching and hurting, and you're back, and you're looking forward for morning because you can't wait to go out there and see your garden. And then when you go out there, they've dug up the sweet potato slips that don't even have potatoes on them, you know, popping up my beans that don't even have beans, and they're just eating the roots. And people might say they're hungry, but where we live, we have actually added to the food source here in St. Andrew, and they were doing pretty well eating their natural food that they used to eat, because when we moved to St. Andrew, they used to eat the knobs off of the riptambane, so the flowers, which was great because then they used to control the riptambane infestation that we have. They eat papagan fruits as well. They're monkey fruits, monkey tambourine. They have a lot of natural food, but I just think that, you know, they're telling themselves, well, why should I go and eat a wild cucumber when I could take a whole breadfruit off of Empress? And then I go down by the farmer below there, so below Farley Hill, and I get 2 carrots from he, get some tomatoes next door. Like, they're extremely intelligent.
You watch Roger Rabbit?
Probably. I sound like Roger Rabbit.
It sounds like the movie Roger Rabbit.
Oh, well.
Yes, told from the rabbit's perspective.
Yes.
And the farmer is planting up all his food.
Oh, yes.
Saying, this is our land.
Yes.
That food, we're entitled to it.
Right. So you can imagine 150 Roger Rabbits hitting your ground every morning. And like, my dogs can't be bothered anymore because they're smart too with the dogs. So if the dogs are running them, one pack will take the dogs miles away while the other pack goes and feeds. No. Yes, they're terrible, Teshia. They're real awful. And I mean, I love, coming from a person that loves animals, you know, I tried.
I know that it must be tough. We definitely have to put our heads together.
Yes.
Because you're not the first caller that I've heard.
I know.
Talking about, you know, how difficult it is to navigate the monkeys. Now, we've said all of that. Mm-hmm. For you to qualify for us, where music fits in with all of this, with all that you're doing, the farming and the equestrian stuff.
Right.
You know, all of your philanthropic work. You know, where does music fit in?
Music I grew up with. My dad was a musician. Quite well known in his days, and when I grew up in Sweden as a baby, I always used to hear the music playing in the background when you're sleeping and stuff, because rehearsals was at our house. So music for me, I feel like life is rhythm. Like, your blood flows in a rhythm, your heart beats in a rhythm. If you breathe in a rhythm, you probably would live longer, because when people start stressing you out, you ain't going to get no heart palpitation because you keep your breathing regular, and everything just sounds and feels like rhythm. So the rhythm is like the drum. So everything that I do in a rhythm. I even garden in a rhythm. So if I start something, I have to finish it, or my song isn't done, and then I can't sleep at night. And for me, music is really very strong in my blood. When I don't create music and I don't sing, I actually get physically sick. It's an outlet, you know, emotionally and physically, because I dance, you know, I pretend to be performing when I'm doing my songs, and I just run through my songs. I do 20-minute sessions to keep my voice strong and keep my breathing regular, and it just feels like you get an outer body experience where your spirit can just be a spirit and not have to worry about the physical. And it's really elevating for me. Music is just flowing in my blood, Tish.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, tell us about this latest release. It's called Afterlife.
Right. So Afterlife came about. I had gone and collected 2 visitors. Oh, that's hilarious. There's a monkey walking in the stables here. Anywho's, I was driving some visitors to my barn to go horseback riding a while ago. And I saw a good friend walking on the sidewalk, but his appearance was like, his clothes were like torn and dirty. His eyes were just glazed over. He didn't see me, and everyone in my quarter sees me because I always shout everybody. And this specific person was from down Maynard's, Bob, and he just looked like what you would say like ghostly or derelict. You know, I don't want to say derelict, but the man looked homeless. So I was like, wait. What is going on here? So I asked the visitors that I were driving, did y'all see the gentleman there in the torn up clothes and dirt all over his clothes? He looked like he had lost like 100 pounds, and I had just seen him maybe like 2 days ago. He had a shop, always treated me sweet. I had to make him take money from me when I purchased things at his shop. He promoted my music. He's like family, you know. And they were like, yes, we saw him. And I was like, oh my God, maybe I should turn around. Something might be wrong. Like, he didn't even shout me. And then I was like, well, so I looked back in the mirror and the man was gone, literally gone, Teshia. And I had only gone like 15 feet away from him. He can't just poof and disappear. So home, I sort of stopped at Maynard's task force just to make sure everything was good. And apparently he had been rushed to the hospital early that morning and had passed away. When I went, because I'm like, that's impossible. I saw him walking on the road. I'm telling all the people about there, but that's impossible. I saw him, and I'm not the only person that saw him. And they're like, no, he had a fall on a slippery tile the night before and fractured his skull. And then was rushed to the hospital in the morning because then he fell unconscious. And I believe they tried everything at the QEH, but he passed away. So when I saw him walking, he wasn't there, Tish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's how the song came about.
All right, so let's listen in. This is released on 947 of Afterlife. Empress Roli.
Thank you.
You know the story. Let's listen to the song.
It's a worship with tea, where we showcase.
Rise up on the morning, giving thanks and praise for life. Though if it is your last, you surely will think twice. Rise up on the morning, giving thanks and praise for life. Though if it is your last, you surely will think twice. Another mother, brother, sister, them a lost them life today. Be careful of the words, the things you really wanna say. The blood is running hot, people just don't know when to stop. A tear falling from a mother as her child drops. I guess I'll see you in the afterlife. Rise up on the morning, giving thanks and praise for life. Though if it is your last, you surely will think twice. Rise up on the morning, giving thanks and praise for life. Though if it is your last, you surely will think twice. You know if I knew, I would have told you. I'm slowly losing my mind. Have no one to hold on to. The world is a crazy place. I rather love over hate. Turn your heart colder than ice, harder than stone. I see death in your eyes. I guess I'll see you in the afterlife. Rise up on the morning, giving thanks and praise for life. Know if it is your last, you surely will think twice. Rise up on the morning, giving thanks and praise for life. Know if it is your last, you surely will think twice. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Empress Roli.
If I tell you that, I love it. You could believe.
Aw, thank you, Teshia.
Listen,
Means a lot. It means a lot to me.
every song you sing is just getting better and better.
Yay! Thank you. And this is a Don Reiter production, so this is 100% Bajan. I've been working with Don Reiter from get-go, and he's a super duper brother. Between him and Sculpin, I have good support going on there, and I'm also getting super support from overseas. So Christina is assisting a lot with the music as well, but I have a good team right through Barbados. It doesn't matter which studio or who I work with, we always have a positive vibe. I work with Cass. I did a collab, so I had a little feature on Skull's previous song, which was done by Corrupt. I find that the music gets better, but also our artists and music fraternity has gotten more better as well. We're more open with our love, and it's not a competition, it's really a mission.
I love that.
Thank you, hon.
It's not a competition, it's a mission.
Yes.
And you certainly are on a mission with these two new releases this morning. This one is called Afterlife.
Yes, please.
You have another one called Inner Vision.
Yes.
These have been happening.
Yes, Innovation is actually, I was contacted by a production company in Zimbabwe, Africa, and they sent me over this instrumental. It's a really beautiful instrumental. And again, of course, my music is based a lot on my life experiences, so I get visions often, especially when I sleep. So I had a vision and wrote that song. So the song is really based upon what I saw and what I experienced. I had like an outer body experience where I actually went traveling, Tish. Very spooky this morning.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're speaking your truth.
Thank you, honey.
It's Emergence with Roli.
Yes, please.
That's right, Emergence with Roli, and we have two brand new tracks we're dropping from her.
It's Emergent with T, where we showcase new artists and the releases. On 94.7 FM.
He takes I by my hand. He took I far away. And give I good loving, if only for one day. He takes I by my hand. He took I far away. And give I good loving, if only for one day. Oh, thank you, Tish.
Yeah, wonderful. Really, really great work.
Thank you.
Talk to us some more about the productions and, the whole process of getting the music completed from the point of view of working in the studio.
Okay, so this specific song, Darkus, is who mixed and mastered this song, and I recorded it in his Anarchy studio. It's a really good job as well. So I work with all different producers all over the world, and usually they find me on the internet and they contact me and they're like, yes, Empress, we love your vibe, where have you been? And then they just send me a whole bunch of rhythms because I'm always game, because I love creating. There's no money transactions. We just do a 50-50 agreement, and everybody has equal publishing rights, because for me, it's about the message and spreading the message and giving people a good feeling. And just assisting emotionally with people with the message. Hopefully, a lot of my songs are soothing and assist people. And from there, I go into my bedroom and I start creating. Through the house, out in nature, in the garden. Before, like, I've now gotten back my laptop, so my normal thing would be to record my vocals myself, clean them up in the bedroom. So I press record, I trot over to the mic, and I sing. Then I set my vocals the way I would like for them to sound, to give the engineer an idea of what sound I would like, because it makes their job so much easier. Try to cut out any background noise and stuff, because of course when I sing, I have like lots of birds where I live, because I live in the forest, and all the blackbirds and everybody decide they're going to sing along. So a lot of my tracks actually do have birds and nature noises in there, but you can't really hear it because the engineer has done a fabulous job. And then I would email my vocals, and from there they do their stuff, and then they send it over. And then when both of us are happy and all of us approve of the final product is when I then send it off to 94.7 and all other radio stations. And then from there, it is up to my music family and DJs and those people that love music and Barbadian music, Barbadian artists, Barbadian entertainment. It's up to you to share the music. So it's like a whole chain that goes out before it actually is, you know, internationally recognized. But
And I love your process.
Thank you, hon.
Love it, as simple as it is. It works for you.
Yes, it does.
For you, music is therapeutic. I like that you're involving all of the forces around you, including nature, the birds, and all of that beautiful stuff.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it goes with who you are.
Yes.
The gentle spirit.
I could be vicious. I am a Taurus. My birthday's the 15th.
Well, let's not see that side of
No, I am a sweet, but you know, sweet is kind of bitter too, and that's just the balance. But you know, I am not going to be killing no centipede unless you're in my house. I have laws of nature, and laws of nature is love, being gentle, showing compassion, and instead of trying to push each other down, we try to lift each other up. Because if I don't tend to that flower, or if I don't tend to that vegetable, or whatever the case might be, they're probably not going to survive it. Either the horses or the monkeys are going to eat them. So you learn about life is very tender, very fragile, and it's better to show love.
And you definitely are showing some love today. So good to have you on, Empress.
Thank you, Teshia. It was fantastic being here.
With you. And I have to make some time to come out of shower.
Yay!
Yeah.
That would be awesome. You're always welcome. I know chatter, you know, because you always give me a whole bunch of chat. You come in, and again, your horse ready, and next minute you don't show up. This time you're getting on a horse, girl.
I'm going to pass the chatter.
Yes.
Yeah. Roli spending some time with us this morning. Tell us where we can find your music.
I am on Instagram, Empress Roli Rochford. I am on Facebook. My personal page is not really a normal page. It is more like my artist page as well. So you have Roli Rochford, then you have Empress Roli, then you have the 246 Empress Roli. I'm also on YouTube, Empress Roli Rochford, and you can just reach out to me if you need to. I always have a listening ear. I try to be very positive and sending positive energy. Music-wise, a few of my songs are available on all platforms, like my new release, the Bara Ljuger, which is a Tom Banfield remix out in the UK. Audio Lab did that one, Teddy. So some of my music are available on platforms, but I'm one of these artists that just keep on creating music, but I'm not too focused on making money on it. So that's the next step for me, to just get a good solid team that can take care of that part, because I find money spoils the spirituality and the feeling that I get when I do music just to give to people.
Good stuff. Always so good to hear from you.
Thank you. Same thing. Same thing, Tish.
All right, so that's Empress Roli with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me, and bless up everyone in Barbados. I wish you all have a wonderful day.
For them in this emergent segment.
Yes.
And I'm going to leave you with the first one we played. Listen in again. This one is called Afterlife, and you know the story.
With tea.